Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, the links are below in the description to our Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. And if you haven't yet subscribed to our options trading live channel, link is below as well in the description to our options trading live channel. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. So if you could do me the favor, you like the content, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Today was kind of a tough day for me. S&Ps are currently down 37, Dow's down 219, NASDAQ is down 126. And let me just go over my P&L quick over here. I do have a snapshot of that, because it's currently a little bit late and Tastyworks takes away some of the trades that you already done. Some of the trades that you've already done, as you can see, it's a little bit different than what my P&L is currently right now. But essentially, I closed the day down around $1,500 in loss, and I have $300 in realized losses. I took, I didn't take any losses realized other than this 300, but pretty sure that SPY is going to be a loss at this point in time. But as you can see right now, we're starting to come back a little bit on the MES contracts right now. Still down a little bit, but we're still starting to come back up. And I'm going to go through some of my trades and what I'm looking for into tomorrow, and why didn't I cover my shorts today. And there's a couple things that happened yesterday. And the first thing was the VIX divergence yesterday. When the market was down yesterday and VIX was down, I, for some reason, wasn't paying attention, or just didn't really take that into account at the time. And I was just trading, and I've been watching VIX. As you can see, every night in my video, VIX is primarily right in here, and I watch it every day, due to the volatility right now, and kind of just see what's happened with it. And I did think it was weird that it was down yesterday and the market was down, but I didn't pay any attention to it, and I just kind of kept on with what my plans were for, and I was continuing to short. I shouldn't have shorted yesterday based on that divergence, and I started the day off down about 1K. I was down already 1K. So, thankfully I'm not risking more than 1 day's profits at a time. So even if I lose $1,000 to $2,000, I'm not going to lose more than 1 day's profits. Yes, it's discouraging, but it's only going to set me back 1 day. So, I'm not putting up my full account. I'm not at risk to blowing up my account. I'm really just focusing right now on risking 1 day's worth of profits, and that is the risk that I want to take right now. I don't want to blow up a month's worth or a year's worth of profits, right? So right now I'm just focusing on a day's worth of profits. If I lose 1 day's worth of profits, it's okay. I can move forward and see if I can make it back, and I'm not going to try to make it back all at one time. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And right now, the market, the other thing was today, the market was, another thing that threw me off was the market was up and VIX closed green. It gapped down 12% and VIX pushed all the way back up. And I don't think I've ever seen that before. And as the VIX was grinding, I just held on to my short positions, because I thought, okay, VIX is grinding higher, market's grinding higher, probably pricing in a move to the downside here, and it just never happened. We did have a little bit of two-side action, but all day long, if you look at the S&Ps, went from 2305 all the way to a high of 2470, which is just, it's insane. That's since market open. All night we were looking at it, and it came from a low yesterday of 2174 to a high of 2475 almost. It's just crazy right now. Right now, the S&Ps really like this 2400 area, and SPY with 240 as well. So, what am I looking for? And if I'm looking at SPY, one of the things that I was looking for today, and let me just kind of zoom in here, is this push to 250. Right now it closed right at this point of resistance. I was seeing if we're going to start developing some sort of V-shaped chart, and we definitely could. We can gap up tomorrow and push up to 250, 260. We could definitely do that. But my main focus right now is this 245 area. Are we going to be pushing higher than this? We've gotten stopped out here quite a few times. We've been trying to grind higher. You know, the downtrend is still intact if we can get a little bit lower here. You know, this candle here is a little displaced. It could mean that we're going to pop back up, but you know, if we're going to reverse, I don't think the reversal is going to be, you know, in my opinion, it's going to be this violent. You know, I don't know what the Fed has to do with this rally. I mean, I know they're into their unlimited QE program now. I don't know if that had a factor. I mean, we're kind of in a different place, you know, and we've never been here in terms of what's going on. I mean, parts of the economy, parts of the world is still shut down. We're expecting some bad reports to come out. You know, Trump's trying to reopen the government as soon as possible, as early as Easter, or not the government, but the economy, I guess you can call it. I don't know really what's closed, what's open. I mean, in Illinois, you know, we pretty much just have essential services open. Anything non-essential is closed, including bars and food and that kind of thing. I mean, you can do carry out and DoorDash and all that, but you know, everything is pretty much closed except for grocery stores, gas stations, and essential things, doctors' offices, blah blah blah. But there's a lot of places in the country that are operating just fine. They're not on. They don't have a shelter-in-place order like we do here. So I feel like the market is trying to price in, you know, where it thinks that we did drop quick. The market is trying to price in where we're at, and I'm really focusing right now on this 245 area. It closed right here, you know, and you can't make this stuff up. I mean, the charts are what the charts are. So yes, it was unfortunate that I did short SPY down here and we popped back up. But now are we gonna leg down tomorrow? You know, it's really hard to say. But I'm just playing the chart right now. Sure, we can gap up and push up higher. Right now, futures are not really helping the cause, down about 1% almost, you know, in total. So are we going to gap up? Are we not going to gap up? That is the question. And pretty much the same thing for Apple. I'm also trading Apple as well. You know, pretty much the same situation here. And, you know, right here, right at 248, it stopped here right on a dime. We've been getting stopped out right at 248 last 3-4 days. You know, just got stopped out here, gap down. Are we gonna tap this again and head lower? Or are we gonna finally push through to the 250, 260, 270 area? You know, to break this downtrend for Apple, really got to be around the 280 area. It really needs to push itself out of there. So that is why I held on to my short position. Right now I'm short. I have a 235 put on Apple. I also opened a new position on Home Depot today. I have a debit spread for April 17th. I have 24 days on it. I'm long the 170 put and short the 165 put. You know, I'm expecting a lot of softness in the housing market, so I went with Home Depot because Home Depot was absolutely ripping today. And if we take a look at this, you know, it had quite the bounce. Sure, it could bounce up, and that's kind of why I went with a debit spread. It's low risk. You can hang on to it for a long time, and you're not going to really expose yourself to a whole lot of risk in this trade. You know, I'm anticipating that Home Depot is probably going to revisit lows here in the 160 area. And this is kind of this chart's kind of an example of what I was talking about for SPY and Apple. It was tapping, and it ripped down, and now it came back up. Now, is it going to tap like Home Depot did and rip all the way up like that? I mean, it definitely could. It definitely could. So, you know, I'm being mindful. I'm keeping my risk small, but I'm seeing if we can get above those levels. I mean, I think Home Depot is going to come back down within the next month, is why I have that. Another trade that did that performed pretty well today for me, is up 30% on, is SLV. Right now I'm playing SLV to hopefully to the 15-16 area is kind of where I'm envisioning SLV for. Also for gold, GLD, if you're trading gold, I was watching this as well. We're almost back up to the 159 area, so I'm watching this as well. Are we going to fade this pop back down to 145, or are we going to try to rip back up towards the 160s? Right now, gold's up $2 right now after hours, so we'll definitely see what happens. And also, VIX is down $1.40. We have oil up 77 cents right now, so it's kind of interesting. Tomorrow, I think, is going to determine. There's a lot of things that are on edge, like SPY and Apple. Are they going to push higher, or are they going to hit that rejection point and go back down? So I think that's extremely important, for me. And also, coming off a losing day like this, I gotta hone it in, keep my risk small. 1 second, real quick. If you made money today, comment. Made money. If you got paid. If you lost money today, comment, learned a lesson. If you could do me the favor, if you enjoy the content so far, hit the like button. I definitely appreciate it. And I don't know why I stumbled on that. But I mean, that's what I'm looking at right now. And let me get into TLT. So TLT, I've been watching up in here now. Today, actually, if you're looking at the intraday, had a really, really nice bounce on TLT back up to 165. Caught it right down here in the 160 area, bounced back up to 165. So I was definitely watching that area. And I'm trying to see, I mentioned this the other day, it's getting stopped out here like 167. If it can push up here, back above 167, like 167.50, I would look to get a little bit long. Or if we come back down to the 150s, I'd look to get a bit long as well. So right now I'm eyeing TLT as well, kind of seeing what we're going to do. But I feel like that's kind of a safe trade right now to place. So, if you guys like the content, hit the like button. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, comment below. Let me know. Hope this video was of value to you. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.